With me here today from Capital Network, I'm joined by analyst Ed Stacey. Ed, good to catch up. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We're talking Itaconix, and for Ed's full report, do click on the eye in the top right-hand corner of your screen. They've had their full year results, the 12 months to December 2018. Any surprises?
Well, of course, for the year ended December 2018, they already put out a trading statement, so we pretty much know what was in the numbers. So no surprises. Early stage revenues still, and 2.1 million of net cash on the balance sheet. But what the release does also give you is a useful walkthrough of some things that have been going on in the subsequent months. So remember, this is a company doing bio-based polymers for a variety of end markets. They talk about the big umbrella deals that they signed with Neurion in automatic dishwasher capsules and also in personal products, hair care and personal care products. Neurion is a world leader in both of those fields, so those are big umbrella agreements. They also remind us they've had some big actual purchase orders coming through. And finally, talking about completing the transformation of the group. Remember, the business as you see it now is a completely different business to what you had 3 years ago. Different management, different product lines. During the last few months, they completed the disposal of the old nicotine gum business, their interest that they still held in that. So that disposal complete, and also the completion of the transfer of most of the production facilities in the core polymers business to their US manufacturing footprint, saving of £1 million by doing that. So there's been a lot going on in terms of commercial activity and in terms of the restructuring.
What do we know about how revenue in the current year, how that's shaping up?
The statement doesn't give a detailed sort of review of revenues in the current year, but there is an indication in there that the things are very much on track. Remember, we are forecasting a doubling of revenue in 2019 and very strong growth continuing in 2020 and 2021. And one of the things we've looked at in the report is just reminding you what the end game is in terms of the big markets that they're addressing. It's a multi-billion-dollar global market opportunity that they're looking at. And in the particular markets that they've started off in, they have partners like Croda and like Neurion, who are world leaders within those market segments. So we're on track for doubling the revenues current year, and then we're looking at doubling and doubling again on into the future for some way to come. I'm not saying doubling every year as a target, but it's that sort of scale of magnitude we're talking about. You
mentioned in the report that, in your view, the valuation of the company's depressed. Why so?
Yeah, well, we wrote about this in our initiation report a couple of months back, if you remember, looking at some of the global peers, companies with similar technologies or not similar in what they do, but technologies with similar market scope in the specialty chemical, specialty material space. And you're seeing companies valued 3 to 5 times higher than where Itaconix is currently valued. So yes, I would call it a depressed valuation. I think one of the reasons is that Woodford Investments has a big holding. We've all heard about the problems at Woodford Investments, so people are seeing that holding as an overhang that those shares must come into the market. Part of that holding, I think there's already a solution in place. Part of the holding still remains an overhang, if you want to call it that. But the way I would look at it is this. If you look at where the company will be 2 years from now, and we're looking at a share price that could be 3 times to 5 times higher, even by the end of this year, as people start to factor in that medium-term opportunity. You could say to yourself, well, yeah, but before I invest, why don't I wait until Woodford gets out of the way? The thing is, if you do wait, I don't think you're going to be still buying at the current levels. It's the Woodford overhang that's actually giving you this depressed valuation. It's giving you this opportunity to buy in at a very attractive in price. So that's the way we view that.
Ed, good to get your views. As always, thanks very much.
Thank you.
And for Ed's full report, as always, click on the eye in the top right-hand corner of your screen.